In the ancient library, moonlight streams through tall, arched windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Ruby, commanding yet kind, stands before a group of young students, her presence a beacon of calm. Her voice, resonant with knowledge and authority, fills the sacred space as she explains complex magical runes. The students listen intently, captivated by her words and the powerful aura she projects. Her hands move with graceful precision, illustrating the intricate patterns of the ancient symbols. A sense of wonder and awe washes over the young faces as Ruby guides them through the mysteries of magic. Ruby's hands ignite with controlled, vibrant energy as she begins to weave an intricate, powerful spell. Darius and Cain watch, their faces alight with awe and admiration for their mentor's magical prowess. Ruby's movements are fluid and precise, a dance of ancient power unfolding before their eyes. Around them, other young supernaturals attempt to replicate her spell, some with clumsy enthusiasm, others with growing skill. The air crackles with latent magic as Ruby's demonstration culminates, a testament to her mastery and their eager learning. In her private chambers, Ruby pores over ancient texts and maps, her brow furrowed in deep concentration. A faded locket, her only memento, lies open on the table, a tiny portrait of a regal couple within. Her fingers, trembling with a melancholic touch, trace the ethereal faces of her parents in the locket. The soft glow of a lamp illuminates her focused gaze, hinting at a hidden sorrow beneath her resolve. Sunlight dapples the forest floor as Ruby, vibrant and energetic, guides a group of eager students through the dense undergrowth. Her voice animated, she gestures to various plants, identifying rare herbs, her laughter echoing light and free. A momentary, almost imperceptible shimmer in the air catches her eye, like heat rising from asphalt. She squints, then shakes her head, dismissing the strange phenomenon as merely a trick of the light. In the circular chamber, the air hangs heavy with an ancient, earthy scent as elders, their faces etched with wisdom, gather around a polished obsidian table. Their gazes, laden with concern, are fixed on a flickering projection of celestial charts, revealing cosmic mysteries. A low, worried hum of murmurs fills the room, a chorus of unease echoing through the ancient space. One elder, eyes closed in deep contemplation, slowly opens them, a profound revelation dawning in their depths. The elder's voice, grave and resonant, breaks the silence. There are unforeseen shifts in the ancient ley lines. Ruby's body twitches in her sleep, eyes darting beneath closed lids as a crown of shadows forms in her dream. A disembodied voice whispers, "Destiny," filling the darkness as a throne of thorns manifests in her mind. Ruby gasps awake, chest heaving, sweat slicking her forehead, her eyes snapping open in terror. Her hand is clenched, the locket pressed tightly into her palm, a tangible link to the nightmare. Sunlight filters through overgrown foliage, casting dappled shadows on ancient crumbling stones in the silent ruins. Ruby and Darius move cautiously through the ancient ruins, their eyes scanning every shadow, every weathered surface. They stop abruptly, their gazes fixed on strange, glowing glyphs etched into the weathered rock. The symbols pulsate with an ethereal light, unlike any magical script they've encountered, mesmerizing and mysterious. Ruby feels an inexplicable pull towards the glyphs, a profound sense of familiarity washing over her, a connection to the unknown. In the Elder's sanctum, ancient stones absorb all sound, and a palpable tension hangs heavy in the dim night. Ruby, hands trembling, presents her findings to the grim-faced elders, their expressions unreadable in the faint light. Ilara's flint-like eyes fix on the glyphs, a flicker of ancient recognition crossing her features as she studies them intently. Her voice low and resonant, Ilara reveals, "These glyphs, they are a royal crest, long thought lost. They speak of your lineage, Ruby." Candlelight flickers, casting long dancing shadows across Ruby's opulent chambers, a stage for unfolding drama. Ruby stands before Ilara, her posture rigid, eyes burning with a silent, desperate demand for truth. Ilara, her face etched with sorrow and reluctance, shifts uncomfortably, avoiding Ruby's intense, searching gaze. Ruby's voice cuts through the tension. "Tell me, Ilara, where are my parents? What happened to them?" Ilara's voice, heavy with a forgotten past. They were royalty, Ruby. From a kingdom long forgotten, their disappearance was a mystery born of betrayal. In the training grounds, Ruby's once controlled powers begin to flicker, betraying an ominous shift. A spell, meant for precision, explodes with a burst of dark energy, startling her students. The force of the uncontrolled magic ripples through the air, sending a shiver of unease through the onlookers. Darius and Cain exchange worried glances, their eyes reflecting a growing concern for Ruby's erratic state. A silent understanding passes between them, sensing an unsettling transformation within their mentor. In the Elder's sanctum, Elara's aged hand glides over an ancient tapestry, its threads shimmering in dim light. The tapestry reveals a shadowy dark force figure, its ominous form hinting at a devastating future. Ruby's eyes fall upon the image, and she recoils, a sharp gasp catching in her throat. The figure on the tapestry bears a horrifying resemblance to Ruby, chilling her to the core. Her face is a mask of horror, body trembling, as the weight of Elara's prophecy settles upon her. Ruby, a solitary figure, embarks on a perilous ascent of the forbidden peak, her spirit as unyielding as the jagged rocks. The relentless wind whips around her, a furious tempest mirroring the turmoil raging within her soul. Each step is a battle against the elements, a testament to her unwavering resolve in the face of despair. Her gaze drifts across the vast, unforgiving landscape, searching for answers in the endless expanse. A profound question echoes in her mind, a silent plea for identity and purpose amidst the desolate grandeur. She stands on the precipice, a lone silhouette against the immense sky, her destiny hanging in the balance. In her private chambers, Ruby's brow is furrowed in fierce concentration, her face illuminated by the soft glow of ancient texts. Her nimble fingers delicately trace faded, brittle script, each movement a desperate prayer for answers. She frantically searches through the fragile pages, seeking any mention of the ominous dark force. Her eyes scan for clues, hoping to unravel the mysteries of her royal lineage and its hidden truths. Each turn of a page is a frantic attempt to find a way, a desperate plea to avert the looming dark prophecy. The weight of her world rests heavily on her shoulders as she delves deeper into the forgotten wisdom of the past. In the sun-drenched training grounds, Ruby moves with brutal efficiency, her strikes against a dummy carrying an unfamiliar ferocity. Cain approaches cautiously, his brow furrowed as he observes the intense, almost frightening light in Ruby's eyes. "Ruby, are you all right? You're pushing yourself too hard," Cain asks, his voice laced with concern. Ruby, her movements sharp, replies, "I'm fine, Cain. Just focused. I know what I'm doing." Within the hushed council chambers, Darius stands before an ornate table, his brow etched with deep concern. Elara, seated opposite him, listens with an unreadable expression, her gaze unwavering. The air in the chamber crackles with unspoken tension, heavy and palpable. Darius gestures urgently, his voice a hushed, intense whisper. "I am growing increasingly concerned about Ruby." His worry deepens as he confesses, "I fear she is losing control." Elara's voice is measured and grave. "We must exercise caution, Darius. The power she now wields is immense." Under the cloak of night, Ruby stands before an ancient, swirling portal, her face etched with desperate need. Ethereal energy, dark and menacing, coils and writhes around her, a palpable threat in the air. She extends a hand towards the forbidden gateway, her resolve unwavering despite the ominous power it emanates. The portal pulses with a sinister glow, responding to her touch, threatening to consume her. Ruby pushes against the invisible barrier, her entire being focused on prying open the dreaded entrance to the Shadow Realm. Her parents are trapped within, a silent cry echoing in her heart, driving her desperate quest for answers. Moonlight streams through the arched window, casting long, eerie shadows across Ruby's private chambers. Ruby, in a simple nightgown, kneels by an ornate chest, her delicate fingers sifting through aged documents. She pulls out a yellowed parchment covered in intricate, unfamiliar symbols, her brow furrowing in concentration. A dawning realization fills her eyes as she deciphers the coded message, hinting at a hidden enemy. The parchment reveals a betrayal within the royal court, the true cause of her parents' downfall. In the dimly lit dormitory, younger students huddle together, their faces etched with fear, eyes darting nervously. Darius steps forward, a calming presence, attempting to soothe the rising anxieties of the students. His gaze is troubled, a silent struggle playing out as he tries to reconcile Ruby's erratic behavior with his memories. He remembers the mentor she once was, a beacon of strength and wisdom, now fading before his eyes. The image of the powerful, unpredictable figure she is becoming looms large, a stark contrast to the past. Darius grapples with his conflicting emotions, torn between loyalty and the unsettling reality of Ruby's transformation. Ruby stands amidst the gnarled, ancient trees of the Forbidden Forest, a silent sentinel in a world of shadows. Hostile supernatural creatures emerge from the gloom, their eyes glowing with malevolent intent as they snarl at Ruby. Suddenly, a surge of raw, untamed energy erupts from Ruby, the air around her crackling with immense power. Her eyes blaze with an otherworldly light, a terrifying intensity that unnerves even the most fearsome creatures. Overwhelmed by the frightening display, the creatures recoil in terror, their snarls turning to whimpers of fear. They turn and flee, disappearing deeper into the oppressive shadows of the forest, leaving Ruby alone in her power. In the Elder's sanctum, Elara, her voice hushed, leans in, her expression grave as shadows dance on ancient tapestries. She reveals a dark secret. King Tai, our current ruler, he was once my father's greatest rival. Her eyes burn with conviction as she adds, they vied for the throne for years. With chilling certainty, Elara declares, I believe he orchestrated my parents' disappearance, a calculated move to seize power. In her private chambers, Ruby clutches a delicate locket, her knuckles stark white against its gleam. Tears stream down her face, reflecting the dim candlelight in shimmering trails of sorrow. The crushing weight of King Tai's betrayal transforms her sorrow into a burning, fierce anger. A flicker of dark energy dances menacingly in her eyes, a nascent, terrifying power stirring within her. Her trembling hands tighten around the locket, a silent vow etched in her tear-stained resolve. Ruby, cloaked in mystery, approaches the imposing gates of King Tai's royal palace, her presence a stark contrast to the grandeur. The massive gates loom before her, their intricate carvings hinting at the power they guard. Her cloak billows slightly in the breeze, a silent testament to her journey and hidden purpose. A close-up reveals her eyes, once hesitant, now burning with an unyielding resolve. Her posture, rigid and determined, speaks volumes of her unwavering commitment to face whatever lies beyond the gates. The sunlight glints off the ornate metalwork of the gates, framing Ruby as she prepares for her destiny. Ruby steps into the opulent throne room, a vast chamber shimmering with gold and jewels, yet it feels small. Her gaze locks onto King Tai, who sits on his throne, radiating an aura of arrogance and cruelty. The weight of her presence seems to shrink the gilded surroundings, silencing the air. A newfound authority imbues her voice, making it echo through the hushed hall. She confronts him, her demand cutting through the silence. I demand answers about my parents. The tension crackles between them, a silent battle of wills in the grand throne room. King Tai, initially dismissive, now transforms, his face contorting into a mask of pure, unbridled rage. His eyes narrow, glowing with an ominous malice as Ruby's accusations strike a raw nerve. A thunderous roar erupts from his lips, shaking the very foundations of the throne room. He vehemently denies the charge. I deny any involvement, his voice echoing with fury and defiance. Within the opulent throne room, Ruby and King Tai unleash a torrent of clashing, multicolored magic. Sparks explode, and shockwaves ripple, tearing through the luxurious decor with destructive force. Elaborate tapestries fray and unravel, succumbing to the intense magical onslaught. Marble columns begin to scorch and crack under the relentless assault of their formidable powers. Ruby's raw magic manifests in untamed, bright bursts, a chaotic dance of energy against King Tai's might. In the opulent throne room, Ruby's eyes burn with an infernal fury, her gaze fixed on King Tai. She unleashes a devastating wave of dark energy, a torrent of raw power surging through the air. The arcane force slams into King Tai, an overwhelming impact that shatters his defenses. He stumbles, then collapses to the polished floor, defeated and utterly vanquished. King Tai's reign ends abruptly, a violent conclusion echoing through the silent, stunned chamber. Darius and Cain step into the palace courtyard, their eyes wide with disbelief at the chaotic scene. Disoriented palace guards stumble and clutch their heads, a lingering energy crackling in the scorched air. Scorched earth marks the ground, a testament to an unseen force that has ravaged the courtyard. Darius and Cain exchange a profound look, their faces etched with a potent mix of awe and fear. Flickering torchlight paints dancing shadows across the elders' faces, etched with worry and grim resolve. Hushed, urgent whispers fill the sanctum, barely audible above the crackling fire, heavy with unspoken dread. The air thickens with the crushing weight of King Ty's defeat and Ruby's escalating, terrifying power. A chilling realization dawns. Ruby might be unknowingly fulfilling the prophecy they fought to prevent. Ruby's private chambers lie in disarray, a chaotic testament to inner turmoil, with clothes and furniture scattered. Amidst the wreckage, Ruby sits, her gaze distant, fixed on an unseen world beyond the physical. The recent victory feels hollow, an empty echo in the silent chambers, leaving her profoundly disquieted. What once was a shadow now feels like a growing presence, a palpable darkness consuming her. Her eyes, wide and unfocused, reflect a profound inner void, a victory that tastes like ash. The air crackles with an oppressive stillness, amplifying the silent scream of her soul. Under the scorching sun, Darius stands on a rugged mountain path, his expression etched with earnest concern. Ruby's eyes flicker with an unsettling, dark energy, a chilling contrast to the bright daylight. Her movements become erratic and unpredictable, a sudden shift in her demeanor. With a surge of dark power, Ruby violently pushes Darius away, a silent scream in her actions. The mountain air crackles with unspoken tension as Darius stumbles, a look of shocked betrayal on his face. In the secret chamber, Cain is hunched over a heavy leather-bound tome, its pages brittle with age. Candles flicker around him, casting dancing shadows on the chamber walls as he pores over ancient texts. His brow is furrowed in concentration, meticulously searching for a way to combat dark magic. Cain's movements are precise, almost frantic, driven by a desperate need to find a solution for Ruby. Under the scorching sun, villagers cower in the square, their faces etched with profound fear. Ruby's eyes, wide with terror and despair, clench her fists in helpless desperation. A low, ominous rumble echoes through the ground, a harbinger of impending chaos. The earth beneath their feet shudders violently as small cracks spiderweb across the dry dirt. Ruby stares at her trembling hands, a chilling realization dawning in her eyes. The overwhelming awareness of her own destructive power washes over her, a crushing burden. Moonlight streams through the stained glass window, painting the stone floor with intricate, ethereal patterns. In the Elder's sanctum, Elara stands before Darius and Cain, her face a canvas of deep concern and unwavering determination. The air thickens with an impending gravity as Elara speaks, her voice resonating with urgency. Princess Elwyn's upcoming birthday celebration is more than just a festivity. It's a critical juncture, Elara reveals. In her private chambers, Ruby stares into an ornate mirror, her reflection a distorted, shadowy visage. Her brow furrows, a deep concern etched into her expression as she studies the terrifying transformation. The glass reveals not her face, but a twisted, dark form, a chilling premonition of her fate. Ruby whispers, her voice laced with dread, "Am I truly becoming the dark force?" Sunlight filters through ancient trees, dappling the lush green lawn of the royal gardens. Princess Elwyn, a girl of 10, with an innocent smile and regal bearing, giggles as she chases vibrant butterflies. She is utterly oblivious to any troubles, her world painted with a joyful anticipation. Her eyes sparkle with the promise of her upcoming birthday celebration, a pure moment of childish delight. The royal kitchens hum with a symphony of clanking pots and sizzling pans as chefs move with practiced efficiency. Brightly colored vegetables are chopped with rhythmic precision, while glistening roasts turn slowly on spits. The air is thick with the rich aroma of spices and baking bread, a tantalizing scent of an opulent feast. Yet, an unnerving calm settles over the meticulous order, a fragile shell of peace before chaos erupts. Under the crystal chandeliers, guests in shimmering finery fill the opulent palace ballroom. Vibrant flowers and flowing silks adorn the vast space, a spectacle of grandeur for Princess Elwyn's birthday. The air vibrates with laughter and the lilting strains of a live orchestra, creating an intoxicating atmosphere. This vibrant celebration, however, feels almost too perfect, a facade of pure joy. Ruby steps into the grand ballroom, her presence a sudden, chilling frost that stills the vibrant celebration. A palpable chill fills the opulent air, her dark aura an almost visible shroud silencing the festive atmosphere. Heads slowly turn, whispers abruptly cease, and the joyous music falters into an unnerving silence. All eyes fix on Ruby, her arrival a dramatic halt to the revelry, leaving only a tense, breathless quiet. In the opulent palace ballroom, Darius approaches Ruby, his face etched with a desperate, unspoken plea. He extends a hand towards her, a poignant gesture of appeal, seeking the mentor she once was. His eyes plead with her, urging her to resist the encroaching darkness that seems to consume her. A silent battle wages in his gaze, a desperate attempt to rekindle the woman he once admired. Amidst the swirling elegance of the palace ballroom, Cain stands on the periphery, a silent observer. His gaze, a burning intensity, is fixed solely on Ruby, lost within the crowd. Beneath the rich fabric of his cloak, his hands move with subtle, practiced precision. He retrieves a hidden artifact, its shape concealed, a desperate hope clutched within his grasp. This device, his last resort, holds the power to contain or reverse a terrifying transformation. The unfolding horror draws closer, demanding his immediate, unwavering action. A palpable tension hangs heavy in the air of the palace ballroom, a silent storm brewing amidst the opulent decorations. Princess Elwyn, radiating innocence, approaches Ruby, her eyes sparkling with a guileless smile. Elwyn extends a hand, offering Ruby a vibrant, hand-drawn picture, a simple gesture in a complex world. Ruby hesitates. A flicker of her former self, a ghost of a smile, briefly touches her eyes before vanishing. The opulent ballroom erupts into chaos as soldiers in old regime colors surge forward, their faces contorted with rage. Ruby's eyes flash with a dangerous intensity as a dark, potent energy begins to emanate from her very being. A shimmering, visible force field flickers into existence around Ruby, her surging powers now undeniable. With devastating force, Ruby unleashes a powerful counterattack, the energy rippling outwards. The attacking soldiers are sent sprawling across the ballroom floor, their assault utterly repelled. Silence descends, broken only by the groans of the fallen, as Ruby stands amidst the wreckage, a formidable presence. The opulent ballroom, once alive with celebration, now echoes with desperate screams and the frantic scuffle of terrified feet. Guests scatter in terror, their elegant attire disheveled, their faces contorted in fear as chaos engulfs the grand hall. At the epicenter of this pandemonium stands Ruby, her form a swirling vortex of raw, untamed power. Her eyes are wide, reflecting a desperate struggle within as she fights to contain the overwhelming force. Ruby's control visibly wavers, a terrifying tremor running through her, threatening to unleash an even greater catastrophe. The air crackles with uncontrolled energy. A silent scream of impending doom hangs heavy over the shattered elegance. In the opulent palace ballroom, a tempest brews as the enraged Ruby advances, her fury a palpable force. Darius and Cain surge forward with desperate speed, their bodies moving to intercept the impending clash. They position themselves protectively before Princess Elwyn, a human shield against Ruby's wrath. Their combined presence forms an unyielding barrier, a desperate bid to quell the rising storm. A unified front, they stand resolute, a last-ditch effort to bring calm to the chaotic ballroom. Ruby's eyes dart, a frantic dance between Elwyn's terror and her friend's desperate pleas. A visible tremor runs through Ruby, betraying the fierce internal struggle tearing her apart. Her gaze, once unwavering, now flickers with an agonizing indecision. The palace ballroom, a stage for her silent war, amplifies the tension. A battle rages within Ruby, a soul-wrenching conflict between light and encroaching darkness. Every muscle tenses, every breath a testament to her profound emotional torment. In the opulent ballroom, Cain, with a grim determination, activates his ancient artifact. A blinding surge of pure, ancient energy erupts from the artifact, washing over Ruby. The powerful energy does not banish the encroaching darkness, but rather pierces it with a momentary, vibrant glow. Ruby's eyes, previously clouded, flicker with a profound, sudden clarity. A fragile moment of understanding dawns upon her, her expression shifting from torment to a fleeting peace. Ruby's face, etched with newfound resolve, reveals a conscious choice in the opulent palace ballroom. She focuses her power, not to destroy, but to contain the volatile energy within herself. It is a painful act of self-control, a visible struggle against the raw force that courses through her veins. Her muscles strain, her breath catches, as she battles the tempest raging within her own body. The oppressive dark aura around Ruby recedes, dissipating like smoke into the opulent ballroom air. Ruby stands, visibly exhausted, but her eyes now possess a calm, resolute control. The grand ballroom is enveloped in a profound silence, the air thick with unspoken wonder. Remaining guests are frozen, their faces a mixture of disbelief and profound relief. A collective breath is held, as the ballroom witnesses the aftermath of an unseen struggle. On a grand palace balcony, Ruby stands, her gaze lost in the vast, twinkling expanse of the kingdom below. The cool night air whispers secrets around her, a silent witness to her profound contemplation. The city lights shimmer like a scattered constellation, mirroring the weight of her future. Darius and Cain emerge, their faces etched with a fragile, almost desperate hope. The unspoken burden of an uncertain tomorrow hangs heavy in the air, a palpable tension. Yet, a path forward has been forged, a glimmer of resolve in the deepening night. Weeks later, the ancient library's weathered stone facade gleams under the brilliant sunlight, a beacon of timeless knowledge. Inside, Ruby moves with an ethereal grace among towering shelves, her presence radiating a profound stillness. Her eyes, once questioning, now hold the wisdom of a sentinel, her journey of self-discovery etched on her serene face. She is not merely a mentor, but a guardian, her profound transformation only just beginning to unfold.